So what can American audiences take away from this feature film, Mirando al CIELO? Well, this film speaks to what St. Paul says in his letter to the Ephesians. We're called to speak the truth in love. Jose was a teenager so convicted about Christ and his church that he gave his life to defend the truth that Christ alone is King. And he did it in peace, love, and forgiveness. Wow. Now, what can young adults take away from this? Young people take away from this film? It's in a world that's increasingly hostile to Christians. Well, people are becoming afraid to say they're a Christian for fear of being ostracized and labeled in their jobs, school, and social circles. But we cannot stop defending our right for freedom of religion. We must stand up to the growing darkness that is enveloping our world, hostile to Christ. I'd say to all young people, don't be afraid. Live what you believe, and God never disappoints. We may have to struggle, but when we know the truth, as Jesus says, the truth will set us free. St. Jose loved God so much that he desired heaven. So we too can desire heaven, for our time on earth is temporary, and eternity lasts forever. The great Catholic phrase, memento mori, remember our death, so we can choose now how to live. We can live this moment in view of when we meet God face to face. So what's one of the most powerful moments of the film? The most powerful moment of the film was when St. Jose stood up against his godfather, a magistrate of the government who was pursuing the Cristeros, the defenders of the church. And it was like a scene from the Gospels when the devil tempted Jesus to power and compromise. His godfather was doing the same to Jose. Jose stood by his convictions with strength of character and courageous faith, truly in the example of Jesus. You know, as saints are people like you and I. Their lives give us courage that we too can live happy, even in the face of death. That defies the enemies of God. It blows their minds. Faith moves mountains, as Jesus says, and the saints are our witnesses to show that it's possible. We can become like them. We can have that same courage. We can have a faith that changes lives. For truly, one life can change the world.